Alright, let's get it. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Let's get it. Forgot to turn on my other monitor. Would have probably helped a bit. Please don't freak out. Oh no, I should have turned that on before. Actually, we're good. Okay. Put the OBS on that second monitor. Actually, which there. Wait, that does not. Why is it scaling? Just do this. Looks fine. I'm just hoping that the game doesn't run that bad on my system while streaming. If it does, then I'm gonna just stop streaming. Which I believe I can stream this. I mean, they're pretty transparent about a lot of shit, so I'm sure that I can stream this. Let's go. Let's get it. Come on. Oh. I was like, what?
Welcome, welcome, everyone. We got folks taking pictures, having a good time. Can we make some noise? I know you're all excited to be here today. Well, we are live with Midnight Society here at the HyperX Arena in sunny Las Vegas, and we have so much to go through. Snapshot 7, we've got competition, glory, interviews with some of the creators bringing DEADROP to life, and most importantly, we're here to have a really good time. So without further ado, I would love to bring on two of the masterminds behind DEADROP, Rob and Quinn. Rob, did you hide Quinn away somewhere? What happened?
Quinn!
Quinn!
I'm here.
Gentlemen, welcome. This has gotta feel great. I know how excited you guys are every time we do one of these events, but this time you got a lot to show off.
Yeah, this is, I mean, you'll hear me say it later, this is the most ambitious snapshot we've had. They keep getting bigger. This community keeps getting bigger. These events, we've talked about it ever since we met in LA, and I see a lot of faces who were in LA with us. Benny, where's Benny at? Benny has flown in for every live event from Austria, LA, Texas, and now Las Vegas.
That is incredible. Can we make some noise, please? That is amazing, that passion.
There he is.
There we go, there we go. And Quinn, look,
Can you
how are
download
you
it
doing?
now?
We got applause. People are excited. I know you are too.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Right.
I'm really late. Thanks for hyping me up, bringing me down the stairs. That was a lot of fun. No, we are so grateful to be here. We don't take anything for granted that this community, what we've built alongside everyone here. So thank you for showing up and be a part of this. And we're just excited to be here. So thank you.
Yeah, and look, we've got a lot to cover today. I know we're going to be starting out with a lot of great creator interviews and some other shenanigans to get underway, but then we'll get to the meat and potatoes later on, where you guys are going to join us once again on stage to talk about everything that's been teased for Snapshot 7 and beyond.
Yeah, so get comfortable, get relaxed, enjoy a drink. We're going to be playing games, we're going to be diving deep, and then once we're done on this stage, we're going to be hanging out and talking about what you want to see next, how we can dive deep, where we go from here. So I'll see you guys in a bit.
We'll see you in a bit. All right, gentlemen, it's time for us to go. Thank you, everybody.
Get out of here. Yeah, come on, get out of there. So it's probably going to actually start. So probably when we actually can start playing is probably within an hour. This is probably just like the pre-show. And they're probably going to show off the game right now. Or like before. I think this should be there. This, I'm not sure about probably Z-Laner, which I hate Z-Laner. We have this, probably a few other people. Damn, if I knew, I probably wouldn't have started the stream this early. Well, I don't know when. I guess the downloads would be in an hour.
We are here in the lobby, and I have a very special person I want to introduce you all. You may know him, you may not, but Mr. Mayor Reynolds himself. First of all, excited to be here for Snapshot 7, right?
Oh, so much. My wife and I are here from New York, so long trip, but very excited.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like people out there that are like gauging who flew the farthest. New York's pretty far, man. Have you been to other Snapshots before?
This is my first one that I've been to in person, so it's been a great experience.
That's awesome. Well, we've got a lot more in store, but we've got to talk about you and specifically the DCMs, right? A huge value add to Snapshot 7, and you got your hands on it early. So talk to me about your specific mode, because I know you spent a lot of time on it.
Yeah, so I got to work on Infection, and I really think that DEADROP's version of Infection long-term can really be the most unique version of Infection. So what you're going to play in Snapshot 7, there's the knife, which is brand new and super exciting, plus that basic, asymmetrical gameplay, which is exciting. But DCM is going to evolve over time, and so are our DCM modes, and that's what's truly going to be amazing to watch.
Yeah, that's a great breakdown. Infection
That's kind of
is one
what
the
made me buy the game
fan-favorite modes out there,
actually
and I know you're excited
early.
about it. My favorite
Like
part
the
is what you were talking
$10
about, right? The brand new
game
Melee.
pass
You were talking to me a
access,
little bit beforehand,
game
you
access
really wanted to
pass.
feature the Melee
Because
specific in your game,
I thought that was really cool.
Right, yeah, people are really going to be able to put it through its paces.
Because I was like, I don't know how many people are gonna get
feedback to the team so they can adjust it. So
when it's an extraction, looter shooter.
That's
But
awesome.
then the
Well,
fact that
I'm-
you
I was
have
told I'm not allowed to
Infection,
leak
got all
anything
these
yet.
other
We have a lot
modes
more that we get to
and
reveal,
other maps
but
and
there is
stuff
some
like that.
things
Like
that
it
you
started
need to know
feeling
about
like
how they're
Forge
evolving
mode back in
with
Halo
DCM.
3
we
and
were talking about
Halo
that just a second
Reach.
ago. Like, you've
So
got plans to not only take your infective mode
yeah.
that you've already made, but you got plans to expand that as new updates come out for the DCM.
Yeah, DCM, the whole mode and the tools that creators will have is really going to grow over time. And that's what's amazing is we can take these modes and start them now, but as DEADROP grows and as the community grows, we can evolve those modes and add new features, and that's just going to be an amazing experience to participate in.
Yeah, I was having a lot of fun. I actually had a chance to play your mode. I had a little bit of play testing as well, and I don't want to reveal too much. Gotta be one of my favorites. There's like 7 you could have chosen. Why did you specifically choose Infection, though? Was it just because of that melee, or was there other things to it?
As in, I'm a long-term Halo fan, you know, so
Yeah, I
coming
knew
from
it.
that background, Infection's just one of those fun modes. Anybody can jump in really quickly and
True.
just have fun. And that's what we wanted to add, is something that was just fun. Anybody could jump in and really put the tools of DEADROP and get familiar with them right in their hands.
Yeah, that's super, super cool. Well, I know you're kind of a long-standing fan of DEADROP. You've been around the block, so I want to give you a chance to shout yourself out, because obviously you're featured on the DCM page, but also you've been creating like a lot of DEADROP content, right?
Yeah, so I did the biggest thing. I have a YouTube channel
Kinda
where I do
quiet,
plenty
though.
of DEADROP
Yeah,
content, but I did
it's
a
all the way
live-action
up.
series set in the DEADROP universe, which went over pretty well and was a ton of excruciating work, and we're really proud of what we did, because it's something that's truly unique.
I think it's okay now.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you did
It
like a
should be.
full live-action
Okay.
like, film of DEADROP, like specific content?
Yeah, so it started off as it's like a short series, but it all adds up to like a short film. It's about 18
Hold
minutes,
on.
and it stars my variant.
What about
variant,
that?
and, yeah, scripting, acting,
What about that?
You know, stunts, everything. We did it all. It was a lot of
That
fun.
should be better.
That's amazing. Well, okay, so people, they need to find you. Mayor Reynolds,
I
talk to me
think
about
that-
your name, because all
How
of
about
us, like,
that?
in
Then
the gaming
just,
space, like, I'm one of the hosts, like, nobody knows what that name means, but Mayor Reynolds, we were talking about it, like, specific because you were a mayor before?
Yeah, I was elected mayor 3 times.
What the hell?
Back at home in New York. So that's where the name comes from. I didn't just make
Oh
it up.
God,
It was kind of my
you're probably
actual
fucking
name
Democrat.
for a lot of people for a while, and I started
friggin-
streaming while I was.
'Cause if
mayor,
you're
so
anything
just
else in New York,
ran
oh
with the
God.
name and it stuck.
Dude, that's awesome. Well,
Sorry
we've got
about
a
that.
lot to reveal with Snapshot 7. Talk to me. We already talked DCMs. I mean, the Midnight Ride, like, were you expecting that to come with Snapshot 7? Like, I know there have been some hints and links, but quick kind of feedback. Obviously, they're showing us some new stuff.
Yeah, so I was expecting it in Snapshot 7 because they kind of hinted at it, but what I wasn't expecting is it's going to look so damn good. Like the graphics that
So
they've done,
damn
you know,
good.
like this early in development.
Yo.
Like, you can see the reflections on the road and the gameplay and stuff. Like, everything looks very good already.
It looks awesome. Well, we're going to head to a very short break, but don't go anywhere. We got a lot more people to talk to. Snapshot 7's already kicking off so hot.
Yeah, I think the game's only gonna, I think in an hour, the download should go up. If not, then it's probably gonna be longer than that. That's okay. I wish I would have known that before. I would have probably not have started so early.
Hey, I am here with American Dad outside the HyperX Arena. First and foremost, a really exciting time here. How have you been enjoying so far?
Oh, I love DEADROP, love events, live events. You know, you get to meet all the people that you played games with. You know, you get to meet new people. So stuff like this, my favorite thing.
The atmosphere, honestly, has been absolutely incredible. And you yourself, especially with these new creator tools, you get to be now a part of DEADROP and having this team deathmatch mode. So how does that feel, being able to be a part of this game like that?
You know, it's pretty cool. You know, I started cheering about 7 years ago. I've always been, you know, a big fan of Doc. So being able to be a part of this in any capacity is so cool to me. I was a TDM dude growing up. I don't know, a lot of people played, you know, Search and Destroy. I like TDM, so being able to have my own mode in the game is crazy.
So is that the reason why specifically you wanted to be going with this team deathmatch, is because it is something that you've grown up with and it's something that's familiar that means a bit more to you, or is there other reasoning too?
I think that's what it is. You know, it's a personal thing. Again, I don't know why, but I always enjoyed TDM than, you know, Search or anything like that. So as soon as they asked me if I wanted to do something like this, I was like, I'm in. So.
No, that is definitely super cool. Definitely excited to get to know a little bit more about that. And you're saying too for yourself that you're a big fan of DEADROP. What does it most stand out to you about this game that's still, you know, in progress?
I will say this, and I've said it since I started playing. The movement is great. I'm a big fan of movement in games. You know, you see a lot of successful games out there. Part of the reason they're successful is the movement. The movement is good. Player-to-player interaction. You know, you have the proximity chat. That's going to make for phenomenal content. You know,
yeah, just yell out
like
the N-word, see how long you
last.
last.
That's fun. So,
sadly, it's not the old days
movement is what's really important to
of
me
the
when it comes to a
internet.
game like this.
Well, we're definitely getting a lot more things added too. So you're talking about these things that are important to you. Is there anything that you're kind of hoping to see going on forward? Because now we got cars, we're getting all these creator modes. What else is kind of on that list for you?
I'll be honest with you.
What the heck?
When they announced, you know, vehicles and stuff like that, I was hoping that there was going to be, you know, being able to customize your vehicle and stuff like that. That's what I was looking forward to. It looks like it's going to be that way. So other than that, I don't know. I'm just going to have to wait and see because like every snapshot that comes out, it seems like they're adding so much more new stuff. And being able to play it in this early stage of its development is crazy. So.
No, it's definitely been really, really cool to be able to see how it's coming along and add anything else. Before I let you go back to the event, do you have any final words for those fans watching?
Don't let me catch you in the game. Don't. You don't want to get eliminated by me, dude. You don't want that. I promise. And I'm going to try so hard.
You better watch out, everyone. All right, as for us, we're heading to a quick break, but stay tuned.
I'm not gonna try at all. I hate people who try on video games. Oh, I get it, but I don't get it all. I just don't. It's stupid. It's corny. Trying at a video game? Like, what the fuck's the point of that? Doing pretty good. I'll be right back, guys. Actually, I might have to set that up. Hold on. Ooh.
All right, we have made it into the arena, and we have another interview here. I've got Carmel with me. Now, Carmel, you got to feel the energy. You excited to be here?
I'm very excited to be here. The energy here to see everybody here, from variants to claws, from everybody in the DEADROP community is just electric. I love it all.
Man, you've been a part of the DEADROP community for a while, but we got to talk about the DCMs. We've been talking about it all day today. You had a chance to create your own as well, so talk to me a little bit about your mode in particular.
Yeah, so my mode is called Enforcer. It is literally your classic Juggernaut mode. You're looking at a heavily armored NPC with a fully kitted unlimited ammo SMG, and you're really going to get in there and tackle the variants, and the variants are going to have a common enemy to come in there and try and crush the Enforcer attack.
Okay, so I had a chance to play it a little bit early, and I had this massive smile on my face when I had the LMG in hand. You know, I was like, okay, 60 bullets, but I got to reload. You don't have to reload. It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to go and go and go, and then you're going to take the spot as the Enforcer if you take him out, and then you're going to keep on going and going and going, and it's just going to be, you know.
Yeah, and classic kind of Juggernaut mode, right? The Juggernaut has massive increased health, and it's that one common enemy. So what inspired you to make this game mode in particular, the way that you built it?
Yeah, so honestly, I tried to make a play on it. Obviously, I'm Caramel, right? So I wanted to have this niche on the Enforcer where he would have this cloud of smoke that kind of slowed you as the score kept getting higher, as the game would get more intense and as it went along. So that's kind of the theory behind it, yeah.
That's awesome. So do you have kind of a history with like the Juggernaut mode? Is that something you played growing up, or was it just like, oh, this is me, I see it?
Ice Cream Man?
Honestly,
The ice cream?
Of, the role I take on in the community for Midnight
So it
Society,
sounds like, or
Enforcer
the
just
fat
kind of
boy
felt like
kid?
me. I'm
What
part
is
of
it, the
Night
fat
Command of
kid?
Midnight Society, so Enforcer just kind of felt like my mode.
Dude, that is awesome.
What was that?
Snapshot
The
7
Halo
has
mode.
A lot that we could talk about. We already talked about the Midnight Ride with a couple of our other interviewees, but
You
I
had
want
the
to
ice
take a
cream
second
truck,
talk
and then
about
you had the,
because you've been a part of the community for
fat
a long
kid
time. So tell
mode.
me about that kind of story, getting a part of this.
Or
DEADROP
fat boy or fat
Yeah,
kid?
we were all part of the Day Zero community,
was
like a
that
lot of other
called?
people here. I got involved very, very early. I applied for Century, and we moved through the ranks, and I kind of became more part of that community team as we went along, and it's been an amazing time spending time with everybody in the DEADROP community. So,
Have you been to other Snapshots before, or is this your first one?
I've been to literally every one. You've seen me at every single location so far.
I love that. So, okay, is there a chance that today you might actually meet some of your community members for the first time, or have you met most of them already?
I have met so many of the dedicated DEADROP community founders already, but I am looking forward to meeting absolutely everybody else who I haven't met already today.
Well, there you go. You heard it here first. If you haven't met Carmel, what are you doing? Come meet Carmel. This guy's been around the block. He knows what he's doing, and he was one of the people that created one of our DCMs. So excited to play your DCM. Now, I got to ask you one more question here. When it comes to the DCMs, do you have plans to kind of expand your featured DCM, like as more updates release?
Yeah, honestly, we've already kind of brainstormed a couple ideas. We have kind of this Dead by Daylight kind of mode that we're going to go for with the Enforcer, so I'm really looking forward to kind of expanding on that and kind of bringing a new twist on the Enforcer mode.
That's awesome. Well, Caramel, thank you so much for joining me here in the interview. I think we're actually going to be talking to your twin brother here shortly, Peppermint. I think he's here, so we'll go talk to him in a second. We're going to head to a very short break, but when we come back,
Dead by
you're going to see somebody
Daylight
that looks a lot
game.
like this guy.
I could see that. Interesting. Damn. Bro, ain't no way this fucking motherfucker. Oh my god, I'll be right back.
Hello, everyone, and I am here with Peppermint at the HyperX Arena. First of all, how are you enjoying everything so far?
Dude, the atmosphere is electric. It's awesome, really. I can't wait to see what they got in store for Snapshot 7 there. Really excited for the drive to the tower. Just want to hop in the car and do some teams that way. The Twisted Metal feel was really dope, so, yeah.
Well, let's dive right into that then, because of course we're all here for Snapshot 7, and there are so many cool things introduced. What do you think has been your favorite new thing introduced so far?
Well, I'm really excited about the UGC content. I can't wait to see what the community puts out. I think everyone's got a lot of good ideas out there. I've seen that the Capture the Flag mode looks awesome, Enforcer looks awesome, but yeah.
I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit then. Which is the one that you're most excited for, that new mode? I mean, if you're saying it's not caramels, that's okay. You can be honest.
I think the free-for-all mode, a lot of people are going to enjoy, and I believe that was Kubi's level. But I think getting that, the practice, that'll help with the tower as well. So like getting those 1v1 interactions or those shots dialed in, I think the free-for-all mode is going to be a better like practice for the vertical extraction mode.
And then if you had to make your own content for the game, is there already a mode that you're kind of thinking like, hey, this is missing? I would love to get my hands on this.
I don't know what Caramel said, but I think creating something like a Dead by Daylight type mode where you're turning on doors or turning on things like that, and would be awesome. But
I think that's exactly what he said. Y'all are on the same page, that's for sure.
Talking about it on the ride down here, so we were like bouncing ideas off each other. It was really fun.
I'm excited to hopefully see that down the line. And you mentioned too, now there's the drive to the tower, this extra dimension to the game. It's really quite unique. So how are you really feeling about this?
I think I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but I do think it's a really sweet feature. No other game has done anything like this that I can see. I think the fact that we can customize our cars out right now with the different skins and plates is sweet. The different varieties of cars that they got in for founders to get as well is awesome.
And then, of course, we're all here to see all this news for Snapshot 7. Tell me a little bit about you with DEADROP, like how long you've been everything else.
I mean, we've been here since pretty much the beginning. I'm one of the sentries. Caramel's a Night Command mod there, but we just try to be as interactive as we can with the community. Think of fun events to host. We do the Friday night DEADROP, Saturday night DEADROP, so just try to bring everyone together like that, and it's really fun. It's a really good community.
I think that's definitely one of the most unique parts about this game too, is the community that has already been built so early on. So what do you really hope to see going on forward to really encompass more of that community feel?
I mean, really, I think once everyone starts playing everyone's UGC maps, it's going to be, there's going to be name dropping. Oh, I just tried this map. I just tried this map. So I think the fact that the community is going to be able to play a lot of each other's maps is going to help solidify all that. You know what I'm saying?
100%. And then is there anything that you want people that are coming here to experience Snapshot 7, experience this community feel, anything that you want them to be really taken away from this?
I mean, really just have fun with it. From what I've seen, it's really, really polished, looks really nice. So, it's a really exciting game. Yeah.
It definitely is. Thank you so much for your time. As for us, we're going to be having a little bit more right after this.
I'm taking this fucking stupid ass nigger around. Ooh. Dude, the fact that YouTube still haven't fucking figured this shit out, like, bro, YouTube, hello, if I choose live chat for this, like, channel, it should stay as live chat. Ugh. God, that fucking fucking nigger, bro. Oh, shit. I already said it fucking twice. What does he do? What does he do? Nothing. There's nothing there, bro. There's no hoop. There's no nothing. Come on, man. Literally go to a park that has a hoop or something. Instead of being a fucking annoying ass bitch. Anyone who drinks fucking Dr. Pepper, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'll be back.
I am here with another amazing interviewee. Desh goes by Desh Please on your socials. Okay, first and foremost, I gotta ask the same question. Are you excited to be here?
Oh, I'm so excited, Gosh. I am so excited to be here.
Well, I've got word that you might be playing some today on main stage, by the way. Now, they call me Leak Goj. I don't know. I just say stuff. But you're playing today. Now, there's a couple things we can talk about here. One, I heard on some other titles you actually go by a very interesting name. What is that and why?
I do. So I've been a fan of the doc for a long time, and I love play on names. So my character is Dr. Desh Respect, the better doc. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, okay, be careful, because I think you're playing against the doc, all right? But
I'm just kidding.
Well, okay, I'm excited about that, but you're going to have a chance to play. In terms of Snapshot 7, what you've seen, is there anything in particular you're the most excited about? Like, are you pretty good at racing?
I mean, I wouldn't say pretty good, but I love racing games, and I'm so excited about the car aspect. Like, shooting out of the car, the Midnight Ride, the trailer looks sick. I'm so hyped for that.
Yeah, it's not just racing. We're trading lead and paint, right, on the racetrack, so you could definitely lean out the window. Okay, so is there somebody in particular that you're trying to beat on stage?
Okay, well, Lupo did take me out in Snapshot V a while ago, so my eyes are on him today to return the favor, so keep an eye out for that.
That's awesome. So you're at Snapshot 5. This is Snapshot 7. Have you been at any
in person? This is my first time at a live event for Midnight Society and Snapshot, so I'm so excited.
4.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're really glad
Test,
you're
test,
here.
test,
We're
test,
excited to see you
test,
play
test,
on
test,
stage.
test,
Now,
test,
shout out your
test, test,
socials, because Desh Please on socials, but you do other things besides just live streaming music?
I do, yeah. I'm on Spotify, Desh Please as well. Yeah.
That's awesome. What type of music do you make?
I call it cry pop. It's kind of like sad, catchy music, but hey, the doc, let's do a collab, because I feel like the vibes, similar.
The vibes are very similar, and I hear the doc has a fantastic voice, so I think you guys combined could actually be an insane collab. Well, we're really excited you're here. Maybe we'll get you to sing later. I don't know, but we're really excited to see you play on main stage. We talked about cars. We talked about a little bit with some of our other creators, the DCMs. Have you had a chance to take a look at what some of those DCMs are yet?
But I heard, is this where they have a daylight team? Dead by Daylight type thing. Yeah, that looks really hyped. I played a little bit of that, so that has me excited. All the different modes that they have coming out, super hyped.
Well, I'll be casting over your gameplay, so
She-
show me
she
something
doesn't know
special.
shit.
This has been Desh, please. She's awesome. See her on main
Fuck,
stage. We're gonna head
she
back
doesn't
over
know
to a short
anything.
break, but when
She
we
just
come
heard
back,
that
we've got
guy
a couple
say
more
Dead by
interviews.
Daylight. And she's like, yeah, Dead by Daylight. Like, yeah, no, she doesn't. She just heard. She should have just been like, oh no, but what are they? Like, well, so you could say it again. You don't know shit, lady. Bro, I'm about to fucking. Oh my god. I'm not gonna incriminate myself, but oh my god, bro. Better show that fucking thing to that. Oh my god, bro. What the fuck are you doing? What actually are you doing?
Welcome back, everyone. I'm here
Yeah,
with
Lupo.
Dr. Lupo. First off and foremost, how are you doing? How
Yeah,
are you
where's
enjoying the
Lupo?
event so far?
I just want to put this out there.
Oh,
It's good
it's
to be the
Lupo.
most respected doc that streams in the room. Can I get some what's ups from everybody in chat, please? Hello? That's what I'm talking about. I just hope that when we get into the driving portion of the game, Doc's car has a booster seat in it because that guy's little.
We have not even started the match yet in the trash talk. You're feeling so confident in this. But Snapshot 7, we actually added quite a few new things. So how are you feeling confidence-wise going into that?
One of the notes that I made last time when I saw the devs was to make sure they include a walker for Doc because he's so damn old. But seeing diverse gameplay is going to be good, something different than we haven't seen from a lot of extraction shooters, with the exception of Doc being the first one out literally every single game.
Sounds like this is personal going into this. I'm excited to see this gameplay. You're gonna have to beat him to the tower though first, and you were talking about the car aspect. How was your experience with that driving?
Listen, I'm a fantastic driver. I've seen Doc in his little Lambo or whatever that thing is. He barely fits inside. I'm not worried in the slightest, okay? They make slow lanes for old people like him for a reason. Meanwhile, the rest of us young bucks should be out there crushing it, you know what I mean?
Love it, love it. And then being able to come out here to Snapshot 7, being able to see everybody here, you know, talk your talk. How are you excited and how are you feeling just about the development of DEADROP going forward in general?
It's good to see him try and push the boundary of what extraction shooters can do. There's a lot of
True.
there's a lot of fresh competition out there. There's a lot of old school. I think anybody in here played Tarkov, games like that before. I don't know if you know this. I put a couple hours into that game. I wouldn't recommend it.
Just a couple.
And it's been good.
Just a
But
couple.
seeing Doc try and do something different, something to push the envelope of what a lot of people have seen of repetitive gameplay and gaming, it's been nice. It's been refreshing, you know. And it's going to be good to dominate him every single time we run into each other.
We got a couple nice words, so we're making a little progress over here. What's super fresh as well is we have all this user-generated content. We're having all of these different modes. Is there a particular you're kind of looking forward to?
At the end of the day, it literally doesn't matter where you put me or what you put in my hands. I am just out here to have a good time, obviously, and embarrass the old man at his own game.
I love it. I love it. So then, is there anything else that you're trying to accomplish out here, or is it literally just you have to prove you're the best stock?
No, I think the number one thing on my list is he's got that motto, VSM or whatever, kind of silly. I think we're going to change that to Violence, Speed, and Centrum Silver for his old bones. So.
Damn.
So then at what point of this, with all this domination that you're talking about, are you going to just try and take this game over from him? Because you sound so confident in all of this.
Yo, Midnight Society, listen up. If you need somebody to really do a good job of this thing and not just complain about audio, you hit me up, all right? You know the email address. I think a bunch of you guys are up over there. You let me know. I'm there, okay?
Well, we can hear all of your fans out here. Is there anything in particular that you would like to say to those who are cheering you on and are going to be watching with bated breath as you're out on that stage, with all this domination and stuff?
Just look forward to every clip I can produce of Doc getting absolutely shit on.
Damn. Bro, he's just on full. What the fuck?
That's a good place to end this one. Thank you so much. As for us, we're going to have some great gameplay later, but a little bit more first. Stay tuned.
Kind of cringe. That's just kind of him, though. Yeah, that's just kind of him, though. I know, it's like, haven't even started yet, bro. Like, what the heck? He's talking about, like, the past, yeah. I could have honestly worked out and then, yeah, honestly, I could have done that. So, bro, that fucking nigger is like, oh my god, I said it, bro. He is what he is. Bro, you could be doing anything on both sides, is fucking doing that shit. Like, that's annoying. Like, you're not doing shit. Like, you're honestly not doing shit. You're not improving yourself at all. Bro's acting. Actually, fucking annoying.
Well, we are back with the one and only Z-Laner. If you're a fan of Z-Laner, there it is. I don't even gotta ask, my man. You got a lot of people here that love you. Of course, you work a lot with Doc, but are you excited to be here?
Oh, of course, man. Last time
I'm like
we
a Z loser.
I'll take the mic. I'll take the mic. You give me the mic. Yeah, last time I was out at the Texas event, we took a big dub home. I don't know if anyone remembers the win that we got with the sniper. It was a hot shot action moment for sure. The sniper's pretty crucial, and I'll be proving that today. You know what I'm saying?
God,
Look,
every
I
fucking person that Doc has like been with, he's the most annoyingest,
but he's only
and like
talking
just
about the other
oh
doctor.
god.
What do you have to say to Dr. Lupo
I
in particular?
really do not like Z.
What was he saying in
I
particular?
really
Was
don't.
he talking trash to you? He was talking trash to me, or?
Oh no, the thing is, he didn't even mention your name.
He didn't mention my name. All right. I'm not going to say any words to Dr. Looper. I'm just going to let my actions speak louder than words. When we get on the stage,
There it is. There it is. Look, Z, I've casted over your gameplay probably 1,000
really
times. Violence, speed, and momentum is your kind of category of gameplay. Talk to me about what that means, what it needs to be here in particular.
Maybe
to
with
kind of
something else
embody
included.
VSM and obviously all this history you have with Doc.
well, dude, this is just everyone always shows insane love
Cheater.
every time I come out to these things. So first and foremost, like, thank you
Easy
all
cheater.
for just always showing mad love to all the stuff that me and Doc do, and everything I do. Sorry, man, I'm hitting you. But yeah, I'm just excited to play and excited to prove that the VSM will be very locked in. So yeah.
Dripping in heat, my man. I love it. Well, okay, people in the chat have been spamming that like we're brothers or something. I don't know if people see it. Do we look similar? Do we look similar? Dude, I'll take that all day. That is premium gas. Hey, any final words, any more trash talk, anything you want to say to the fans, people at home maybe that are watching you?
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I freaking love you all. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Hey, we all love Z-Laner here. One more time. Can we get it up for Big Z? Amazing. All right, that's all we've got here. We've got a lot more coming. Snapshot 7 is just getting started. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everyone, to Snapshot 7 here at the HyperX Arena. I am joined by the one and only BMIC, here to see all the action, have a great time. So, most importantly, how are you doing? Are you hyped for the event?
Absolutely. I'm so excited to be here. Las Vegas has been fantastic. HyperX Arena is amazing, and I'm really looking forward to Snapshot 7. This is going to be amazing.
How excited are you about the Midnight Drive?
I'm really excited to see more aspects added to the game and just see how high we can take this even before release.
Are you smoking everyone on the initial drive? I gotta know, right? Are you beating everyone?
I've definitely been taking my notes, been watching some creators, got my AD in, so I'm excited to see what we can do in the game.
Yeah, and look, we've got so much to reveal today, as BMIC has said. In just a short while, we're going to have some of the best joining us on stage to explain everything that's going on. But what I want to know is, when you're here, have you been to any of the previous Snapshot events in Dallas, LA?
I've not been in person, but I've been working behind the scenes on the broadcast crew for some of the remote ones. So I've been keeping my eye on the creators working on the broadcast side and been taking some notes along the way, so look out.
Oh, so we have inside scoop. That seems might be an unfair advantage.
Nothing that I've seen on Snapshot 7 yet, but I'm really excited to see what we have.
Wonderful. Well, BMIC, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a fabulous time at the event. And again, of course, in just a few short minutes, we will have folks coming up onto stage to tell you everything and more about the Snapshot Midnight Society and everything that they have prepped. So, BMIC, thank you. And we'll be right back after a quick little break.
I'll be back. Hold on.
Welcome back, everyone, to the HyperX Arena. We have a very special guest joining us, Sage of Zed. And I got to ask, first things first, are there any new cocktails you've come up with for the day?
Well, as a matter of fact, if you guys have seen my videos, we have the Claw, the Cleaner, and the Variant already. But for this particular snapshot, we did something very special, made with Black Steel Bourbon. You'll be able to see that on YouTube at Sage of Zed. And it is called the Midnight Ride.
I love that, aptly named for Snapshot 7. Now, you are a familiar face at these events. Have you been to every one? I know I saw you at Dallas last.
I was at the Dallas event. I missed the New York, the first event, but I was also at the LA Founders event, which was really awesome. I've tried to absorb the experience the best that I can. My family has 4 variants, so I'm committed.
Committed, I think, is a great word for it. And look, there's so many folks like you who are so invested in this product because they believe in it. So what are you hoping to see experience today?
Well, I really want to see the physics and the art of the new cars, because it's something that we've looked at, but we haven't actually gotten to play with. So I'm really psyched about the Midnight Ride and just all the new improvements. I know there's so much in this new snapshot, and I'm excited about everything, really.
Wonderful. Well, Sage of Zed, thank you so much for joining me. And again, make sure if you're not trying out these cocktails, you should be sooner rather than later. So before we wrap out, can I get one more shout out? Where can they find your Midnight Society inspired cocktails and content?
That's at YouTube at Sage of Zed.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, don't go anywhere. We're going to jump to a very quick break. But when we get back, it's time for all the Snapshot 7 information you have been waiting for.
I think I've reached my calories for today. Yeah. I think they take definitely a very long time to do this thing. Yeah. I'll say that personally. I think they take a very, very long time to do this. Bro, ain't no way, boy. Yeah. 2 time. There he is. There's the man, myth, and legend. Back to back. Back to back. Come on, man. Yeah. get it. Let's. Let's go. Let's go.
I need y'all to get loud because I heard you were cheering for someone who's off stage. We've had some incredible creator interviews, the folks who are invested in this game. And look, I see some cosplays out there, and there's a gentleman off stage who I know you want to hear about for all things Snapshot 7. So please, without further ado, can we put our hands together for Doc, Mr. Two-Time, Sumit, Rob, and Quinn.
Wait, Suman? Oh, just. Huh?
Yeah.
This is it, Snapshot 7. And as you've already been seeing from the tweets, you've been seeing in the video, you've been seeing in the pre-show, this is the biggest snapshot that we have ever done. And for the first time ever, the entire development team is here to celebrate alongside us. And you, Doc, how does this feel, man?
Incredible. The HyperX Arena. Wow. Who's ready for Snapshot 7?
Yeah.
All right.
Man, the dev team, these guys have been working so hard for the last 20 months. And we can't wait to show you what we have for Snapshot 7.
Hey, we are so excited to be here with each and every one of you. And when we set up to create Midnight Society, one of the things was we wanted to change and redefine the industry, right? And the way we wanted to do that is we wanted to get best in industry talent, which we've talked about, the game team, and combine that with the very best community in gaming, you. So you're excited, we're excited. Let's all take a look at what's coming in Snapshot 7.
Are you guys ready for that? We got a little bit of everything. A little bit of driving, a little bit of combat, a little bit of driving combat, but most importantly, a lot of UGC. This snapshot is introducing more than we've ever done in a single snapshot, and we have laid the foundation. I've talked a while about laying the foundation for this game so that we can build on it together, and we are now at that transition period. And for the first time ever, we are opening it up to anybody who wants to join this community. You guys, everybody in this room has been with us on this ride for a while, and now we are handing over the keys, giving you the ability to control where we go from here, but most importantly, grab a driver's key and start customizing how we do it.
So let's talk a little bit, just a taste about the driver's key. What you get in there is you get exclusive wraps for your car. Now I know we've seen a little bit of the car, and we'll get in that in just a second. But you get exclusive wraps, you get exclusive license plate, and in there is exotic crates that give you over 100 customization items, okay? So the customization items, this is just the beginning of how we want you as players in DEADROP to be able to customize not just your car, but even yourself in the world. And you're gonna see even a little bit more of that we're not talking about right now, but you'll see it in Snapshot 7. Now, when we talk about the car, do we wanna see a little bit more of that? We wanna see a little bit more of that? Because I wanna see a little bit more of that. Okay, let's do it. Let's check out what we got coming when it comes to the car in DEADROP.
And this is just the beginning of how we are going to be using this vehicle in DEADROP. For us, in the vertical extraction shooter, this is how you get from your pre-game lobby, your player hideout. It's going to be coming back soon. This is how you get there to the refiner state, and man, you're going to have fun along the way.
Yeah, what you've got here, this is our first time showing off the entire gameplay loop right here in Snapshot 7. The entire gameplay loop of DEADROP. Hideout, you got to get from that hideout to the refiner state. We've always talked about that. This is just the beginning of that. You have your car, you get to the car, and you saw some stuff in there that was really cool, but it's not just your standard racing game, which is kind of crazy. When we set out to do this, even the game team were like, hey, I thought we were making a first-person extraction shooter. Yes, we are, but we want to make something that when people look at this, they're like, what is this? I thought they were making a first-person extraction shooter. What is this car shenanigans? And we're like, hey, we want to be, again, change the industry. We don't just want to do shooting stuff all the time as a first-person shooter. We also want to have different kind of skill things like how do you drive your car? But not just how to drive your car, how do you shoot while driving your car? Because we'll let you have choice as a player to select what kind of loadout's going in, and if you have SMGs, pistols, small arms, firearms like that, you can then shoot at other players while you're racing to the refiner state. And that is huge for us. And this is just the beginning of the car, not just in DEADROP, but how we take it further in when we get into our user-generated content. So let's all take a look at what we got going on there.
You've seen what we've decided to do with the vehicle. Now we want to see what you guys do with that vehicle. This vehicle system is going to be available in creative mode. Make a racing game. I don't know, make high-octane CTF like some of our creators already have and is playable in Snapshot 7 right now.
Now, we're saying high octane, not that low octane stuff. High octane.
Get it out of there.
So the car, what you saw in that race to the refiner state in the core DEADROP experience, you bet. We unlocked it so you could use it in user-generated content, and it'll be in Capture the Flag. It could be in other things that you want to do. This is just the beginning. And you'll see content creators, people in this community that had a part of it, of what you'll see in Snapshot 7. And this is what we're so excited for, is that it's not just us on the game team making all these decisions, calling all the shots. We literally want to work with the community as we're building the game. We put our egos aside, we check with you, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? We're trying to even do better about getting surveys out to each and every one of you. What do you think about this? And so this is just the beginning, and also this is early, this is pre-alpha. So there's things that you're gonna see that like, hey, you know what, there's some bugs, there's things, but that's okay, because we signed up for this. We didn't just wanna go out there and do pretty demos all the time like you see at E3 and all that other stuff. This is literally the state of the game. There's no dog and pony show here. This is legit. So when it comes to what we're gonna get into user-generated content or DEADROP creative modes, let's look at it right now. Let's all take a look at that.
Getting the chance to bring one of my favorite all-time modes into the DEADROP existence has been incredible. I knew once they started teasing the new vehicle gameplay that I had to find a way to incorporate it into my mode. Welcome to High Octane Capture the Flag. 2 teams, 2 flags, lots of speed.
When I heard we would be adding vehicles to Capture the Flag, I knew we would need something entirely unique from the verticality-focused maps I've been building for our core extraction experience. I wanted to create an open foundation that would really let Joker's vision for high-octane Capture the Flag come to life. Don't worry though, I also built variations of different sizes for those looking to craft a tighter Capture the Flag experience.
Woo. We're just getting started, baby.
So there's more than just one map for
getting started. That is just
That's kind of cool.
of the many DCM modes that we are already featuring. I see American Dad right here.
That's actually really cool.
Deathmatch hiding in there. We have Free for All. We have Infection. Oh, creator of Infection right there. This is all about bringing diversity, your favorite mode, because I'm not gonna fuck around with you. Vertical extraction shooter's hard.
He just said fuck.
All right, I'm gonna play it hard, but when I start slowing down for the night, I want to go to something casual. I want to just have fun. I want to mess around.
Have
That's
fun.
What DCMs
Oh my
are
gosh.
all about. And
What
let's
the hell?
dive in and look at some of the other stuff that we're doing in DCM modes.
That's right. So right here, we've looked a little bit at Capture the Flag. 1 of 6 that is going to be available in Snapshot 7. And Rob is right. I mean, we love extraction shooters. That's what we're making DEADROP for. But we also want to make a place where people can play other things. And that's the way we look at it. It's not detracting from the core DEADROP experience. It is actually adding to it. Because if you're in the DEADROP universe, then you're with us. And that's what we want to see. Where can we hear more about that? How do you want to get excited about creating these kind of things? So when it comes to user-generated content, we are all in. Like literally, we are all in. And this is like, people thought it was crazy that we're doing this early. Like the game isn't even done, it's not even out, all that kind of stuff. And we're already going into user-generated content and reaching out with content creators such as yourself. We want to embrace the crazy. We're okay, we're a little crazy. We embrace it, we're okay with it. And so, even though it makes us a little nervous sometimes to let go of some of that control as game developers we kind of have, it's okay. Again, we're changing the industry, and we want to be about that life. So, let's show a little bit more about some of the user-generated content or DCM modes that you'll see.
Oh, crazy.
When I was given access to create a DCM, I wanted chaos. Every claw for themselves in a fast-paced, score-based, free-for-all mode. I wanted this to feel unique from the rest of the DEADROP experience, so I took out loot crates and pickups. I added a series of loadouts that are on rotation, and there's a little surprise for those who find themselves in the lead.
Kubi's ideas for how to bring free-for-all into DEADROP really took a lot of things that we had designed a certain way and turned them on their head. It created a unique experience, combining a lot of aspects of the game that now play completely differently.
I know, I hear it too. It's the sound of angels singing. Why? Because Team Deathmatch is here, baby, and it's fun as hell. You're gonna have 2 teams of claws fighting it out, battling it out, eliminating each other to reach that score limit. But you guys should already know, of course I'm gonna throw a little bit of my own spin in on this, okay? You guys are gonna have a score limit of 69. All right, you guys are gonna have random loadouts. Not a fan of the loadout that you're getting? Don't worry about it. Why? Because there will be loot that spawns within the map. Again, that loot that you're gonna be wanting to get to though, not gonna be so easy. You're gonna have a lot of player interaction to be able to go and obtain that loot. All right, also, you guys are going ballistic. You're the guy that's going crazy on the map, getting all of the eliminations. You may or may not have a bounty on your head. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Classic Team Deathmatch is such a staple of first-person shooters. We were really excited for American Dad to put his own unique DEADROP spin on it. We wanted to make sure our creators had all the tools necessary to help their visions come to life. TDM was the perfect excuse to get bots into the game and to help test out and refine this new team-based DCM.
Gun Game is a little more than just one of my favorite game modes. It's the game mode that me and my partner played in the early days of our relationship that brought us closer together and solidified our love of gaming. I spent a lot of time thinking about what Gun Game would look like with DEADROP's unique feel and weapons. By the time we were finished, it wouldn't have done it justice to call it Gun Game. So welcome to my new DCM, Arsenal. I cannot wait for DEADROP Creative to expand because I have already made a number of new weapons that I know will make it into my arsenal at some point in the future.
Arsenal offers an excellent platform to showcase a player's versatility or to refine a player's skills across all weapon classes. I know that OMA Monster prepared something especially fun for this mode.
I really wanted to create something that had never been experienced before. It's fast-paced, chaotic, and asymmetrical. That's Infection. When I found out that we were going to have Melee and Snapshot 7, I really wanted to put that front and center and focus the mode around that. The result is a round-based experience, which is intense, the odds are always changing, and every game plays out different.
When we first started to see some of the creators make their own DCMs, we knew that it would change the entire experience.
Actually, I have an
Mayor's
idea.
Infection mode brings an entirely new
For
way to
I have an
experience
idea
the
for
game.
my own
It's
game
been
mode.
really fulfilling for us to do
Except
whatever
for-
we can to help make his vision possible.
I don't
We've
know.
added the tools
I
needed
don't know
for
if it's
his version of
possible.
Infection. All players are now free to use them in their own DCMs.
Welcome to Enforcer, my new DEADROP creative mode that
I
takes the
have an
players in a
idea.
whole other
I have an
direction,
idea for
giving the player the opportunity to cleanse the
yeah,
tower
for
and giving
one.
the claws a common enemy. I wanted this fight to feel as intense as possible, so that means a heavily armored, unlimited ammo LMG equipped to a tank. Get ready to drop in.
That's right. If you like the challenge and you don't mind being creeped out a little bit by the cleaners, this mode is for you. We loved experiencing what one of our own Knight commanders did when given the keys to create a DCM.
They looked incredible. Rob, Quinn, Katie, everybody did an amazing job introducing that. But Sierra, we're like getting prepped up here because the games are about to start. And we've got some fan favorites behind us. The crowd is going wild, by the way, if you can't hear it. We've got some incredible players from a modicum of different titles all coming together to experience DEADROP Snapshot 7 together.
And that's why we're all here, right? So I cannot wait to be getting started and being able to see all these creators come out, try and prove that they're the best out here, because, I don't know, we got to see so much in Snapshot 7 to be excited for, and I feel like some riveting gameplay is just going to be that cherry on top.
Yeah, I mean, you had a chance to talk to Dr. Lupo, and all he was doing was trash
She's kinda
talking
cute.
Dr. Disrespect. So I don't know how it's gonna go. The doc was telling me he's gonna be slamming some people here shortly, and it looks like I think he might be making fun of Z later on his controller. Really good job. Obviously, you can use controller, you can use mouse and keyboard, whatever your kind of native input is, you can use it, and they've been increasing support for that. But so much we can talk about as we're getting our players prepared. Obviously, you see American Dad, who created one of those DCMs on the stage, Dr. Lupo, who we had a chance to interview, Dr. Disrespect, Z-Laner, but a ton of other, influencers, creators, like I was saying, from all over the place.
And I'm really excited to, once we get into things too, because one of the things introduced in Snapshot 7 was this ability to drive into the tower to get things started. And that will be able to be our first little peek of that and how that's going to be changing the game going on forward.
Yeah, no, it's a great shot, right? The Midnight Ride is what we're calling it, and it's awesome, right? You go kind of from your player hideout all the way up to the tower. It's such a cool experience. You and I had a chance to actually get a sneak peek on it. Obviously, the audience here saw videos. We had a chance to play it. The car mechanics, so sick. It'll be fun to watch these players kind of learn them on the fly. Like, everybody's walking in kind of fresh slate saying, okay, let's learn our mechanics of our vehicles. Now, I think there's a couple things to note about the vehicles. They go very fast, right? Violence, speed, and momentum for a reason, speed in particular. We're talking 150 miles per hour, so I think something that these players will learn is turning very quickly at going 150 miles an hour, a little bit difficult.
Out of the gate, I'm already expecting every single player to right away be hitting one of those barriers around the court, not realizing how fast these are kind of turning. As well, the ramps, there's a really good way to be gaining more momentum, kind of sneak up on your fellow competitors there. You got to be careful because if your driving skills aren't quite up to par, well, you might be caught a little bit lacking and be at a little bit of a disadvantage once you get into the tower as well. But as well, with the cars driving there, a chance to be practicing their shooting just on the way.
Yeah, right. That's the cool thing. Like if you didn't catch it a second ago in some of the videos and the explainers, we'll explain it here on the desk as well, because you'll get a chance to see several of these races here on main stage. First and foremost, equip a pistol. I don't know if the players can hear me. Equip a pistol or an SMG. If you don't, you can't shoot, okay? You want me to say that again? Equip a pistol or an SMG. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to shoot back as everybody else is shooting at you. But you can shoot out of your window, right? It's really cool. You kind of lean out and take some shots. So make sure you do that. But we get a chance to see some of the players here on main stage. Just a good friend of mine, Squatting Dog, hopping in here. This guy's next. Can we hear it for Squatting Dog? There it is. We got a couple fans of Squatting Dog, a lot of fans at home. This guy is no stranger to the creative side of things. I know he's excited about DCMs as well when it comes to Dead Drop, but they're the two doctors chatting it up. Looks a little bit more friendly than maybe Lupo was planning on being, but we'll see.
You got to keep your friends close, right? You got to keep them unsuspecting going on for it. But I'm excited too, of course, when we're looking at people that our competitors are wanting to be going into here. You know you're going to see some great gameplay, because of course there is distractions, there is ways to be getting out with the loot, getting out safe. I'm really hoping that we're going to see that all-out bloodbath as everybody's going to be going for this Dead Drop.
Yeah, that's the thing. Every time we've done these snapshots, obviously people like Z-Laner can win it all. They have won it all. Nobody's going to be trying to extract early. We're not just trying to grab our loot and run, right? We're trying to be the last person standing. But what's cool about our player list here, we've said several of these names. Obviously you had a chance, if you were listening to the pre-show, that's Desh Please on your screen right now. Had a chance to interview her. Really excited to see her play today. But we also have a couple founders that actually earned or won a spot here through kind of one of the contests that the Dead Drop community did. So we've got Killer Joy and Crimson playing today over there on the far left-hand side. Let's give it up for our founders. There they are. The crowd loves them. We love them. We love all of our founders and excited to be a part of that as well. So some other names here. We've got, I think we had, we got Dr. Disrespect. Yeah. We're getting everybody prepared and into the matches as soon as possible. And I don't know, this is really exciting, Sierra, because we get a chance to kind of show the first raw actual gameplay, right? We've seen some video, we've seen some really cool graphics, and it is all gameplay, but we get to see kind of raw gameplay from these players as they learn what Snapshot 7 is all about, which is really cool. We get to kind of learn alongside them, and it's something that Dead Drop and Midnight Society does that no one else is doing. We're pre-alpha, right? And we're getting these type of snapshots, this much transparency, just really, really cool to see.
It's really cool to see it evolve going on forward as well. So already the game seems, I mean, it's so much fun to play. It's so much fun to be dropping in and to see that expanding on further with ideas such like this Midnight, right, going even just to the tower, and how far they're willing to be pushing the boundaries on it when we're just in a pre-alpha state is so exciting. And being able to learn alongside the players as the players get to hop in and actually see the game that's kind of sprawling out in front of them, it's just a really, really exciting opportunity. And I think a really exciting time for the fans that are along and following with the game as well, because obviously this feedback, the input is all heard. I don't know, it's a really exciting time.
Yeah. No, I was listening to the AMAs. If you haven't had a chance to tune into some of the AMAs on Twitter or Discord, you definitely need to. Rob hosts a ton of these amazing AMAs and is always super transparent and is basically like, hey, be as critical as you can. Not mean about it, but critical. We want to hear your feedback. We're willing to listen and want to implement what you want. So it's been really cool to hear that discourse as well as just kind of all of these reveals. And then some of these things like...
So it should be downloadable in like 10 minutes-ish, 7 minutes.
Take a second while we have it, because the players are getting all set up, everybody ready to go, logged in, and everything in between. I want to talk about what that Midnight Ride is and how it actually operates.
Should be.
Because I think there's questions around that, and if you haven't had a chance to pop into those AMAs, you might not be sure exactly how it works. First and foremost, everyone races, right? You hop into your own vehicle. If you grabbed one of our driver's keys, you should definitely do that, by the way. Then you can obviously customize your vehicle that way, but everybody hops into their vehicle and everyone's trying to make it to the tower, right? And as you're driving, like we said, you can shoot at each other. You're not only trading paint, like Quinn likes to say, you're also trading lead. You can blow each other up, but your vehicle always respawns. You will eventually finish. Even if you're really bad at driving, you will make it, and you'll still be able to play. The key note is that you're going to be able to drive up to the tower and pick a spawn point. There's different sectors, right? And you pick your spawn point. There's a limited amount of vehicles that can go into that spawn point. And if you're the first to the tower, second, etc., you'll have first access to that tower, which is really, really cool. You'll be able to see that here on main stage. There is kind of an incentive for racing and being the first to the tower, but at the end of the day, everyone will make it. So if you're somebody that's super focused on gunplay, right, you're still going to have that regardless.
Which is really nice because then it adds this extra element to the game itself, because you not only want to be able to pick your spawn point, but you also have a couple of moments to kind of breathe once you actually get to the tower. You don't have to worry about getting pushed up on right away. You can kind of go and get your loot. You can kind of look around a little bit in that moment of peace if you are just that good at driving your car all the way over. So it should be really interesting to see too, out of the get-go, what type of advantages people will be able to take forward into the game, being able to just have that extra few couple of moments.
Yeah, no, we've had a chance to talk to a lot of the community members that play all the time, right? And so they already are dominating the playing field every single time they log on. So, you know, maybe our founders are going to have maybe a small advantage here because they're playing the game all the time throughout each of our snapshots. They know a map well, right? And maybe they know which spawn point they want when they realize, okay, this goes here, this goes here. I want here because I want the best loot, or I want to work from the bottom all the way to the top. I want to already have high ground. Those are the types of conversations you're having as you're driving to the tower and, of course, taking out vehicles along the way.
I'm just excited to see, too, with how new this driving is, just how chaotic that is. Because we're talking about, yes, the founders, like, they're going to be good at the game. I'm excited to get into that and really be able to see them put in that work. But with the driving aspect being so new to things and how these cars operate and just the speed and that high octane, it'll be really fun to just see the absolute chaos before you get into a little bit more of that gameplay that's a little bit more, you know,
strategic.
Strategic. That's a great word for it. Perfect.
Well, okay, you might play strategic. I am pushing everything. I mean, I am high octane all the time, and I know a lot of our players at home love to play super aggressive. But then there's a whole category, like a subset category of our vertical extraction shooter populace that likes that strategic gameplay, likes to go in, get all the loot they can, all the collectibles, and then extract out. That is a possibility here today, right? Some of our founders or some of our players on stage might elect to extract early. That's part of the game. Will we see that a lot? Probably not. Everybody's going to be slaying each other out, trying to grab that victory. But that's the best part about the game, in my opinion, is that you get to play the way you want to.
And it's really nice, too, because there is the loot goblins that like to get to the tower, and you want to make sure that you have the best weapons. You want to make sure you have the bandages in your back pocket. You want to be set before you're actually getting into engagements. So the Midnight Ride to actually add this level of, all right, we're going fast, we're going hard, we're getting to the tower right out of the gate, adds a really fun adrenaline level to it all. So if you are going to be that person to sit and loot goblin for a little bit, you can have that high-paced moment before you chill out a little bit.
Well, you know, we were talking to Dr. Lupo about it before. I know Ames is here as well, and there's a lot of our creators that are well kind of accustomed to this kind of extraction shooter playstyle, but the vertical extraction shooter is obviously a little bit different. Some of them have experience in other snapshots. Some of them may be here for the first time. So it's this wide variety of experience when it comes to DEADROP in particular that we're really excited to see who comes out on top. And just excited to reveal the gameplay to the public. Cast it over, you know, high aggressive gameplay likely is going to be a blast.
And to see who's going to be taking that lead. I mean, you can talk all the trash you want in the world. You can say that you're about to be the best player out there, but I'm excited to see once we get into the game, once we get to the tower, we got to see that talk come to life out here. And I'm excited too to see who's going to be just right out of the gate. I want to make that impact. I want to be chasing down those kills. I want to be a name in this lobby that is feared.
Well, I want to take a moment here while we're still getting this game set up to talk about those driver key packages in particular. You saw a really cool video about the driver key packages and how you can kind of customize your vehicle heading to that midnight ride, right? There's a couple different driver key packages. The Dr. Disrespect driver's key package, gotta be my favorite. All of these driver key packages actually come with 5 exotic crates as well, which is really cool. You heard Quinn talking about the variety that you can find in those crates, but the Dr. Disrespect driver's key package is that Blackbird car wrap. It's super sick.
So
And then
nice.
you get the 2-time license plate. Tell me you're not excited about that. But a couple other ones, of course, the Hotshot driver's key package, the DEADROP driver's key package, and then the Midnight driver's key package. So pick one that you like. Go check it out. Again, that's midnightsociety.com/drive. You can learn all about it there. Very, very cool. But hey, I think our game's almost ready here. Our players are getting set up. I got to hear it from people in chat because I can't talk to the audience down here. They can hear us. I can't hear them. My question for chat, because we've got a lot of viewers all over the place, not only in our main channels, but also on all of our co-streams that are all over the place. We see
Yeah.
you, founders. We see all your co-streams.
We appreciate you.
We want to hear who you think on stage is going to win the very first map of DEADROP. All right, so type it in the chat down below. Who do you think's going to win it all? Is it going to be one of our founders? Is it going to be Dr. Disrespect himself, or the other half of Drippin' and Heat Z later?
It'll be really fun to see who everyone is voting for, who everyone's cheering on. I feel like we might be a little bit biased in this case, we're looking at the dog over there, but hey, I mean, for good reason. But definitely want to know your thoughts on just all of this stuff. Even who's just going to be making it to this tower first, who's going to be able to drive. When you're talking about the drivers, the decent stuff, yeah, the flair is necessary. We don't talk about that. The aesthetic is next level, and you need to have that top aesthetic gear to really put yourself on that next level.
Oh, of course. We got to look good while we're playing. What are we talking about? Of course. All right, the word on the street is the game is about to be ready. Z-Laner posing for a picture, ready to rock and roll. Mr. Inspector Gadget himself taking some photos with everybody around him. There's Carmel too. It was fun talking to some of our community members that have been around for a long time, right? You heard it from Rob. Been working on this for like a year and a half. And we've had community members that have been here since the beginning, which is so cool to see kind of the support from the beginning, because you don't see this from a lot of game development companies, right? The transparency so early and building up a community so early. It's one of the things that attracted me to DEADROP from the very beginning. I actually had a chance to be at the reveal event in LA, and it was some of the most infectious energy that has been replicated here for Snapshot 7. Really, the energy has only, risen over the last year and a half. There has been no kind of lull amongst the community, and it's been so cool to see.
Especially too now with this addition of the user-generated content and getting these different modes that, I mean, anyone could be making. I mean, you're talking about, yeah, it's so cool to see Armo there. Well, he created a mode too. We got to talk to so many different individuals who had created these modes, and that adds just a next level of this community engagement, being able to see their work in this game, but also just so much more fresh takes on the game as well that I'm so excited to dive into more. And will require its own strategy, its own little pacing, because some of those modes look absolutely chaotic.
Yeah, no, totally agree. And it's really cool too, because obviously we have our 6 featured DCMs, but once you're into Snapshot 7, you can actually go and create your own right away. Like, it's that easy. If you're interested, you gotta go check it out. It's very, very cool, because you can kind of tweak some of the game modes, the kind of respawn timers, game rules. Like you heard it from Carmel, he was able to make an LMG, you never had to reload. I mean, the Juggernaut kind of playstyle is so fun. I had a chance to check that out as well. So once you get your hands on Snapshot 7, I promise you're going to be impressed.
I want to know, though, which one you're most looking forward to, and just what the general community is looking like and what they're looking forward to. Infection, right off the gate, instantly caught my eye. That looks like this next level terror if everybody's chasing you down with these melees that I don't think could really be matched.
Yeah, I was looking at the DCMs. Infection's going to be sick. I really like the Arsenal DCM that we didn't get a chance to really talk to OMA Monster about. Arsenal's super cool, right? It's a play on gun game. He was able to pick, hand select kind of some of the weapons that you get to use, and every single time you grab an elimination, your weapon changes. And it's so fun. Obviously, a mode, gun game in particular, that I grew up playing for so long. It's kind of nostalgic, and he was talking a lot about that in the video as well. And I'm sure those videos are going to be posted on socials. You got to go listen to them. They're very, very cool to kind of hear the stories behind our featured creators and their DCMs.
Especially with how creative these DCMs are getting. Because looking at this capture the flag mode that we have there too, it's something that already utilizes the cars that have been added into the game. So already, all these different elements coming together to create this next gameplay and be kind of stepping outside of that box that's only going to be expanded on, really showing that there's not really too many rules once we get into this content that can be created.
Yeah, the high octane capture flag, so fun. What's cool about that too, I don't know if you heard it in the video, but the developers were talking about they even created variations of that map for the high octane capture the flag. So if you actually load in with less players and you want a more kind of arena style capture the flag, you can do that as well. So it's almost variations amongst the DCMs as well. It just kind of shows the longevity that the DCMs will have, especially as things get added down the road that maybe haven't been revealed yet. So excited to hear more and more about the DCMs and everything that they're able to do behind the scenes, while also hearing from Rob saying, hey, we are focused on VES. We're focused on the vertical extraction shooter side of things, and the DCMs is this massive value add on the side.
And it's really cool to think that with the lack of boundaries, that this could really go anywhere. There could be somebody who's sitting right down in the ground right now who's hooking up this spiciest game mode that maybe we'll get to see down the line. The possibilities are really endless, so I'm really excited to see what the general community has cooked up and be able to play more of these modes going on forward.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks at home co-streaming as well. Again, I want to give a shout out to our founders and everybody co-streaming. I know we're all excited about Snapshot 7. I did get word, by the way, Sierra, the game is almost ready. We're finally about to hop in for the very first game of Snapshot 7. Couldn't be more excited. So thank you all for being patient. This has been such an incredible event. We wish you were here. Definitely come to the next one. There's going to be more of these down the road, and the energy here is always electric.
Yeah, I mean, you can see with the crowd, you can see with the interviews, you can see with everything that's going on that, hey, once Snapshot 8 comes around, maybe you should be getting that ticket in advance. You want to make sure that you're here, especially too, you never know where this game's going to go. I wouldn't have bet my money on cars in a million years or anything that's already happening at this pre-alpha stage, so.
Yeah, all right, as we get into game here shortly, again, we're going to start with the midnight ride. So everybody will hop in their vehicles, whether they have their custom wraps or not, and then they're going to be racing to the tower. So you might recognize the map that we're on, but this midnight ride will be the first time seeing it here in person. It's going to be so much fun, and we'll see who maybe gets a little bit more aggressive with their pistols and SMGs. As a reminder to players, if you can hear me, if you haven't equipped a pistol or an SMG, you're going to have a problem. You're not going to be able to shoot back. Headphones are on. We're leaning forward. Nose is on monitors. We're ready to rock and roll here shortly, CR. And let's get in to the very first game. Give it up for the midnight ride.
Already out of the gate, we're going to see.
Bro, somebody already jumped off.
I mean, up together.
Hey, no way.
To see who's going to be taking those first shots going on forward. Who's just focusing on piloting that car and getting that to the finish line.
Look, these cars fly. Look at this. And there are ramps everywhere. You can see all of our players spread out. Dash right in front of the player on screen, but not in first gear yet. And Dash is not playing around, already shooting back. And as somebody spawns in, we're having chaos, wrecks, and everything in between on the map. And again, I don't know if every player equipped a pistol or SMG. I don't know if the player on our screen can shoot back or not, but they're racing to the finish line.
That's the best part. You're always going to be starting the game off with chaos. We told you those cars. You got to be careful. Once they start spinning out, they're just so hard to get control back of. I mean, at this 150 miles per hour speed, I mean, of course, but pretty cool at this point, as everyone's just focusing on driving on over. You got to watch out for those corners, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Either brake or what have you. But you can see some of the things on your screen right now. Obviously, you can talk about miles per hour. And we're moving pretty fast. Vehicles flying everywhere. But down there, you see the E and the Q. The E is our NOS boost, all right? We've got a boost that will send you flying, especially if you hit one of these ramps, which I think everybody's going to go for. Can you make it into the parking garage? Yes, we can. Where do you go from here, though? You're going to have to drop off or find an exit shortly. You can see on the left-hand side where we're at in the track. Now, I don't know. Can we get some bounce? Oh, yeah. We're landing that. The orange markers on the left-hand side, those are going to be your first kind of spawn points you're going to be looking for. So when you see a green tunnel on your screen, that's the spawn point exit you can take. There's a total of 4 of them, so we'll see which of these spawn points these players take along the way.
And being able to control your own destiny to head into the game off at the gate, whether it's the spawn point that's going to be giving you that best loot, something you're more comfortable with, it's such a cool way to be able to start off the game.
Yeah, Down at the bottom of the screen, of course, you can see the health, and we're losing health dramatically, trying to get into the spawn, and I think we've grabbed our first exit. Take a look at this cinematic.
So close, almost didn't quite make it there at the end. The shots raining in. The cinematic was so cool.
This is your exit to the tower, and it looks like we're hopping into control. We'll see where a couple other people decide to spawn in from, but a couple other notes on your screen. Obviously, the health 500 Q is actually a way to heal yourself. So you can see that spawn point was closing and turned red. That means, well, it's already been taken up. Too many people have entered here. Go find another one. So here's another one of those spawn points.
Yeah, you have to make sure when you have these races, you got to be on the ball to try and make sure you can get that spawn point you want. If you're
It's actually kind of cool concept.
into those walls, you're missing those ramps and you're falling right off of the edge. Sure, you're going to make it to the tower eventually, but you're not going to be able to really pick where you want to go. You're just going to be dealing with scraps and leftovers.
That's right. You want autonomy, you better get there first. Well, we're already onto the map. Dr. Disrespect, he might have been the first one to the tower. I'm not sure, but all I know is he's already looting up. And this is what we talked about before. If you're just tuning in for the gameplay, reminder, if you're the first one to the tower, the second one to the tower, etc., you're going to be the first one actually on the map as well. So you've got a moment of looting up and kind of adjusting to your surroundings, grabbing whatever loot you can if you didn't come in with anything. And of course, we're on vertical extraction shooter, right? The VES mode. So you're going to lose things here if you go down. This is kind of our tried and true, kind of the namesake here with DEADROP. Of course, if you're the last person alive, you'll achieve that DEADROP.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that, yes, there's a couple different ways you can do it. Oh, right off of the gate, that's going to be dangerous for everyone else in this lobby, that's for sure. And of course, looking at the participants that we have on stage here, I'm expecting that despite the fact you can go for that DEADROP or you can go for that extraction, that these are players that are going to be fishing for those kills. These are going to be the players that you hear footsteps, you're going to be running full speed ahead.
I don't know if the people at home can hear the crowd, but right when Dr. Disrespect picked up that sniper, I heard the crowd go wild. They're always excited to see what he can do, sniper in hand. Has a long history of doing so, and I think he's feeling pretty good on the map as he equips his weapons. Of course, if you haven't had a chance to play any of the other snapshots, you might not know what's going on. Of course, there's a ton of attachments you can put on guns, and some of the gadgets like the zipline thruster, a really cool value add from the last snapshot to go back up a zipline rather than letting gravity do the work.
Yeah, definitely have to make sure that's something you grab out of the gate, that you do not want to be in a situation when people are coming around you or anything else that you find yourself without that one pivotal item. We're on other ends though. Not quite the same weaponry, so we're gonna keep looking here.
Find ammo. I think I'm hearing some shots as well, but we're able to kind of slide down this ladder and try to find out where everybody's at, of course. Watch out for the freeze. Slowly but surely working our way around the map.
They're gonna take forever to like.
Sniper in hand, not a scope in hand yet, but
I'm
if I know anything about these creators, they're pretty good at pointing and shooting. So it may not need a scope. Probably gonna see some headshots and some heads fly.
Especially too when we're looking at the tower, we're looking at these vertical extraction maps. These snipers are incredibly insane. These angles that
kinda
you're
have to.
hitting, being able to hide out. We got a hideout here though.
Right back.
Going around that top extraction point, and that's going to be the engagement. Instantly